I was roughly about 7 or 8 weeks pregnant, and it was just on the lead up to Christmas, and I felt I was kind of running low on energy, not feeling myself, so I called in sick a day or two prior to the Christmas holidays in the hope that I would kind of feel better, but unfortunately I developed a bit of a cough, which then further developed into sinus infection, and I just rested up, took it easy, lots of hot fluids. Being pregnant, there wasn't really a whole lot I could take, and because I was in the early stages, not many people knew I was pregnant, so I was just trying to kind of just get on with it and just get in the rest of the fluids, lots of honey, and really felt I wasn't getting any better, and I had developed an infection within my sinuses. So I got a course of antibiotics, and the pain behind my eyes and the pressure was just like nothing I'd ever experienced before. As a rule, I would suffer with headaches, and I have suffered with migraines, but the level of pain was just something on a whole different level. The antibiotics helped clear the infection, but the headaches just kept coming back. The pains in my temple, the pressure. I was actually asking my husband to squeeze my head just to give me a bit of relief. He obviously didn't do that, but I was crying myself to sleep at night. I just was wondering, would these headaches ever go away? And I was thinking maybe it's anemia, maybe it's something else. The last thing I ever thought of was that there would be a clot on my brain. Yes, I was experiencing extreme pressure, mostly behind my eyes and my temples. I just felt like my head was going to explode with the pain. I actually considered banging my head against the wall at one point just to try relieve the pain. And another thing was, if I was picking something up or bending down, I just got an instant shoot of pain to my head, which I'd never experienced before. Nearly like a rush of blood, but with severe pain. When I revisited my GP, he didn't like the symptoms I was describing, specifically when I moved my head, the pressure. He was very concerned that he didn't have one life to consider but two. So I was sent to A&E and for an MRI referral, and I initially, the doctor that seen me said that she was happy to send me for a CT scan. And I was there for such a long time that when the changeover came, a different doctor came in to assess me and wanted me to very specifically describe my symptoms, which I did. And again, he was kind of saying, the CT scan's not going to make it better. There's risks with radiation. So I kind of was hesitant to, I didn't know what to do. I was there on my own. It was 26 hours. I was tired, I was exhausted. I was in so much pain. I just wanted somebody to stop the pain that I was experiencing. So he was very close to sending me home, and I just said, but they're just not going away. I said, it's going to come back. Yes. So after a number of hours, I was introduced to a stroke team. Not something you'd expect to hear, 33 years of age and generally very, very healthy. And they informed me that I had a clot on my brain, and to be specific, a CVST, a cerebral sinus venous thrombosis. And he asked me, had I any questions, and I didn't know what to say. My first thought was, what happens next, and is my baby going to be okay? With that, a nurse came down and administered blood thinners for me, and I was told that I'd take these for the remainder of the pregnancy, and they had to be self-injected. They're the only ones that are safe for pregnancy, and also that I would continue to take them 6 to 8 weeks post delivery, and then I would be seen for a review to ensure that the clot hopefully has gone, and that I wouldn't need to take them any further. I was also informed that the third trimester is generally when you're most at risk, and also post-delivery, something I wasn't aware of at all, but going in at 8, 9, 10 weeks being pregnant, this was definitely not something that I was expecting to hear. So the doctors ultimately put the clot on my brain down to the pregnancy and the sinus infection. I didn't tick any of the boxes in terms of, I'm 33, I'm a non-smoker, healthy BMI, there's no family history of blood clots. It was totally unexpected. So I was 12 and a half weeks pregnant, and I wasn't aware that pregnancy could put me at risk of getting a blood clot. I had no idea. I wish I knew the symptoms. I wish I knew what to look out for. I had no idea, and my husband didn't recognise. He had commented on my headaches, but neither of us recognised the symptoms. And I just feel I just wish I knew, because I could have died. I could have had a stroke, I could have, you know, my baby could have been at risk. That was a huge concern for me, that, you know, is my baby okay? So I just wish I knew what to look out for. I was totally unaware that this was possible during pregnancy. I hope my story can raise awareness about the risk associated with blood clots and pregnancy. I wasn't aware of it at all, and I just hope that other women might see this and be able to recognise these symptoms and know that it's manageable and treatable once it's caught in time.
Visit thrombosis.ie. Spot the signs, save a life.